Have you ever had someone look you in the eye and tell you, either with words or with silence, that you're not good enough? Have you ever been underestimated, doubted, betrayed? If you have, then this message is for you. Because the best revenge is not anger, it's not retaliation, it's not proving them wrong with words. The best revenge is massive success. Let that sink in. Not just a little win, but massive, undeniable, world-shaking success. The kind that makes the people who doubted you sit back in stunned silence. The kind that turns whispers into applause. The kind that doesn't just prove them wrong, it makes them irrelevant. Let's talk about how you get there. Every great story starts with a spark, and often that spark is pain. Maybe someone told you you'd never make it. Maybe they laughed at your dreams. Maybe they left you when you needed them most. Maybe they tried to bury you. But here's the truth, they didn't bury you, they planted you. And now it's time to grow. Pain is fuel, doubt is firewood, and rejection, that's the match. You don't need to fight back with words. You don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to beg for validation. You need to build. You need to rise. You need to become so successful that their opinions become background noise. Because when you're winning, the noise fades. Massive success doesn't happen by accident. It's not luck. It's not magic. It's mindset. You have to think like a winner before you ever win. That means you stop asking for permission. You stop waiting for the perfect moment. You stop playing small to make others comfortable. You decide right now that you are worthy of greatness. Not someday, not when you're ready, not when they finally believe in you. Now. Because success starts in the mind. If you don't believe in yourself, no one else will. So here's your first action step. Decide who you are. Not who they say you are, not who your past says you are, who you say you are. Say it out loud, write it down, own it. Because the world will try to define you. Your job is to define yourself louder. Let's get one thing straight. Success is not about talent, it's about work. Talent is a bonus. Work ethic is the foundation. You want revenge, then outwork everyone. Show up earlier. Stay later. Learn faster. Push harder. While they're sleeping, you're grinding. While they're talking, you're building. While they're watching, you're winning. You don't need to announce your moves. Let your results speak. Because here's the truth. People can argue with your opinions, but they can't argue with your results. So build something undeniable. Build something so powerful that even your enemies have to respect it. Distraction is the enemy of success, and revenge is a distraction, unless you channel it. Don't waste energy on proving them wrong. Use that energy to prove yourself right. Focus on your goals, your vision, your mission. Ask yourself, what do I want to create? Who do I want to become? What legacy do I want to leave? Then cut out everything that doesn't serve that vision. That means no more toxic people, no more excuses, no more waiting. You don't have time to argue. You don't have time to explain. You're too busy building an empire. Because when you're focused, you're dangerous. And when you're dangerous, you're unstoppable. Here's the beautiful part. Success doesn't just change your life, it changes you. You become stronger, wiser, sharper, more resilient. You stop needing validation. You stop chasing approval. You stop playing small. You become the kind of person who doesn't just survive setbacks. You use them as stepping stones. Every no becomes fuel. Every failure becomes feedback. Every betrayal becomes a lesson. And slowly you realize you don't even care about revenge anymore. Because you're too busy winning. You're too busy living the life they said you couldn't have. You're too busy becoming the person they never saw coming. There will come a moment when you walk into the room, and the people who doubted you fall silent. A moment when your name is on the list they said you'd never make. A moment when the world finally sees what you always knew. And in that moment you'll smile, not out of spite but out of peace. Because you'll know, you didn't just win, you transformed. You didn't just prove them wrong, you proved yourself right. And that is the sweetest revenge of all. So now the question is, What are you going to do? Are you going to keep replaying the pain, or are you going to use it? Are you going to let their words define you, or are you going to write your own story? Are you going to stay small, or are you going to rise? This is your moment. Not tomorrow, not next year, now. Start the business, write the book, launch the brand, hit the gym, make the call, take the risk. Do the thing they said you couldn't do. And when you do, don't look back, don't explain, don't apologize. Just win. Because the best revenge is massive success. Let them talk, let them doubt, let them watch. You've got work to do. You've got a legacy to build. You've got a life to live on your terms. So go out there and make it happen. Not for them, not to prove a point, but because you were born to rise. And when you rise, rise so high that they can't ignore you. Rise so high that your success becomes a lighthouse for others who've been doubted. Rise so high that your story becomes a legend. Because in the end, the best